Well, hi there, YouTube. This is Bob Kramer. Welcome back to Kramer's Garage. Well, I've been overseas for the last 12 weeks. I got home last week, and I'm back in the garage. So let me show you what I'm doing today. This is my Royal Enfield Interceptor 650, or INT 650. So you might notice that I've taken the back end apart. Tail light turn signals is all removed. Okay, so why did I do that? Because I bought new turn signals. This is my new turn signal, and these turn signals have what they call a switchback unit built in, and so therefore there's 4 wires. The switchback unit will allow the turn signal to also act as an additional tail light and a brake light. So the stem on the turn signal was only this long, so I had to make it longer so it would stick out far enough to clear the tail light. And I didn't want it out real far because it would interfere with my saddlebag system. My workbench is a little bit of a mess right now. But anyway, so I've installed the right hand one, so you can see how that looks when it's installed on the taillight assembly. All right, I'm about to install the left hand one, but what I wanted to show you is how I made the extension. I bought what they call coupling nuts. Right there, that's a coupling nut. If you're not familiar with a coupling nut, it's just a long nut that's typically used for connecting pieces of all thread together. And I took them to my friend's machine shop, and he bored a 6mm hole through it to accommodate the turn signal wires. Okay, so now I'm just assembling all this, and and I made a new rear wire harness. So I'm solving another problem on here. The wire harness for the tail lights was underneath the fender, and I made this into an all-road bike, and so I did have dual sport tires on it, and I will put those on again when these wear out. But anyway, this was underneath the fender, and stones and gravel were flying up and destroying the wire harness. I did wrap it with electrical tape once to protect it, but now what I did is I made a whole new wire harness, and I'm going to put it on top of the fender. Only a little bit of it will show back here behind the seat. I think it'll be barely noticeable when I'm all done, but I'm going to put it on top of the fender instead of underneath the fender. So let me show you the new wire harness. There's the old one, and here is the new one. And part of the reason I made the new wire harness is the old one was damaged a little bit, and also the old one had these little connectors for the turn signals. Well, my turn signals now require 4 wires. So I added the extra wires into the wire harness. So I've got all the wires I need to connect my turn signals. And this is wrapped with Tessa wire loom tape. And it'll be plug and play right into the system. So I just made that yesterday. Okay, so now I'm going to set the camera here and show you guys how to assemble this. Let me move some junk out of the way. So here's that. Okay, so I since this had a giant hole here for the original OEM turn signals, I took a fender washer and I glued it on there with epoxy. All right, and then I'm going to put a star washer here in between the spacer that I made and that washer, that fender washer, uh, so that once this is snugged down, the turn signal won't rotate in there. All the wires in there. So my turn signals now have 4 wires. And I guess I'm not putting any Loctite on these bolts, but I've never, this bike doesn't have a lot of vibration, but if they should ever shake loose, I guess it wouldn't be that difficult to take it apart and put some Loctite on the bolts. So I need to I'm lining the turn signal up so that it's parallel to the back of the tail light, like that. I already did that on the other side, if you can see that. Alright, so once I get that, I can hold this with a 17 millimeter so it doesn't turn, and tighten the nut with a 15. I mean the bolt. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and connect my wires and then fish them through where they're going to go. And I'm going to shorten these up. I don't need that much wire in there. So let's do that. And that. And these are 22 gauge wires. I made my new wire harness with 20 gauge wire. Should be perfectly adequate for this. Okay, now here's the other thing I wanted to show you on here. So this 3 connector plug, that'll go right into the tail light, and that's the original equipment connection. For some reason that doesn't go very secure. All right, so the plastic tab on here is bent. I'm gonna warm that up with a heat gun and rebend it. So this is a little small butane torch with a heat gun tip on it. So what I can do is pinpoint that, just warm that plastic up a little bit. It's warming my finger up too. Okay, I think there, that straightened that out. Now let's see what happens when I plug this in. There, now it's plugged in securely. Okay, on the back of these are lever locks, by the way, and I've done a couple videos where I've showed you the lever locks and how to use them. But anyway, this is probably the handiest and most versatile connector you can get for doing motorcycle wiring. So, and you can put labels on them. So I labeled this as the tail light, and coming from the wire harness it's yellow, but on the turn signals it's blue. So I marked this for blue and yellow. So I need to take my blue wires here and tuck them into here. Wrong end. Like that, and that's a nice secure connection. And it's also, this is very easy to work on your bike when you have these lever lock connectors. They very easy to work with, make modifications, disconnect, reconnect. You can disconnect them and reconnect them a zillion times and they'll still work great. All right, this one is the ground wire. In Royal Enfield's world, ground wires are black, and same on my new turn signals, the ground wires are black. Is this one. Oh, I have an extra ground wire. I put 2 ground wires in my wire harness, but I wound up, as it turned out, I only really needed 1. So I'm going to take this one out, and here's the versatility of the lever lock. I can just twist these 2 together and put them back in the connector. There we go. So that's all connected up, and this is all going to get tucked right up in here like that. And now next we're going to go over to the bike and put this together. Okay, I've maybe made a little error in judgment here. I thought there was plenty of room for that wire to come out, and it's not. Okay, I'm going to have to change this. The wire has to come out up here. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to unbolt this and reroute this wire. So I'll get back to you shortly. Okay, there, it's all wired up. I'm just going to tie the wire in place here and here, but I wanted to test it first. So I've turned the power on. As you can see, I've got the tail light, and both of my turn signals are now also acting like tail lights. There's the left turn signal. Pretty cool. There's the right turn signal. And then here's the brake light. So anyway, that's my project. All I have left to do now is put the seat, well, I'm going to tie this wire so it's out of the way, put the seat back on, and it's pretty much ready to go. So anyway, that's what it takes to do taillights. I'm going to tie this wire right here and here. I think it's going to be barely noticeable once the seat is on. I guess before I end the video, I'll go ahead and put the seat on and show you what it looks like. So as you can see, there I am with the seat installed. And as you can see, there's only a little bit of that wire showing right here. I think that's, in my opinion, I think that's going to be a lot better than having it under the fender, especially riding on gravel. Now, next time I run across an Interceptor that has the fender extension still on it. Now, my fender extension that would have come down to about here was removed by the previous owner. I'm thinking that maybe the fender extender had a shield up in here to protect the wires. I don't know that for sure, but next time I see an Enfield like this, an Interceptor 650, that has that fender extension on it, I want to make sure I take a look at that. But anyway, I think my new turn signals look pretty cool. I have a matching set for the front. A couple years ago, I put this little set here on the front, and I like them. I'll show you these. So I like them. They're pretty bright. So I like those, and they're also barely noticeable on the bike. But I think now I'm going to get an appropriate mounting bracket for this and put the matching set. I got the matching set so they'll look just like the back ones. And I think I'm going to put that on the front. And then my front turn signals will also have marker lights. Right now the front turn signals do not have marker lights. The new ones like this will have a marker light. On the back, the marker light is red. On the front, it'll be white. Okay, so I'm going to end this video now. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to see more little Royal Enfield and Honda Goldwing projects. Thanks for watching.